Hello friends, welcome to my channel Creating Essence. I am Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you are new here, I am a wife to 1, mom to 7, and we live on a suburban homestead in Central Virginia. We homeschool our kids and we love to share our adventures with all of you here on YouTube. We would love to have you stick around and hit that subscribe button. Today I'm sharing with you all the curriculum choices for my 6th grader. For math this year, my daughter will be continuing with teaching textbooks. If you saw my video that I put out on my extensive review of teaching textbooks, which I will link in the info box below, we switched her to teaching textbooks this last year because she struggled so much with so many other programs regardless of how I tried to help her. And then last October when we made the switch to teaching textbooks, it was like every light bulb just turned on for her. So we will definitely be continuing with teaching textbooks for her. For language arts this year, my daughter is going to be using God's Gift of Language C from Abeka. This will probably be her last year using Abeka, as I've moved away from it with all my other bigger kids, because we've just found things that have worked better at these higher levels. For spelling and vocabulary, she will be using Wordly Wise level 6. We have really loved making a switch away from the spelling memorization to the vocabulary-based spelling program of Wordly Wise. For reading in her language arts program, she will just be choosing which books she wants to read. This past year, I actually went to thelifegivinghome.com, which is by Sally and Clay Clarkson, and purchased a whole bunch of the really wonderful, wholesome classic books that they suggested on there, because I was having a really hard time finding excellent books at our library and things like that. And she will just choose from those what she would like to read. And every time she finishes a book, she'll do a basic book report. And if there's a movie based on it, we watch the movie. For handwriting this year, she is doing The Good and the Beautiful Handwriting level 6. In the past, we have mainly stuck with Abeka for handwriting, but I really love how The Good and the Beautiful does it differently. They don't just focus on manuscript or just focus on cursive. They do both. They do some cursive, some manuscript, and they also work on some art pieces that help strengthen those fine motor muscles. And I really appreciate that approach. This particular kiddo of mine has really struggled with neat handwriting over the years, despite how hard she tries. So I'm really hoping that something like this that takes a multifaceted approach will do a better job in helping her build those muscles and gain some more control. For science, we will be finishing the astronomy course from Master Books that we purchased this past fall. And then when we are done with this, we will move back to Apologia's zoology course. We have moved really slowly through Apologia's science courses over the years because we find ourselves bunny trailing so much. We will cover some information, learn something we really like, and just go after that and dig in. So we get way off course with the lessons and things like that. But eventually we come back to it and learn some more until we go on a tangent again. But I've really actually loved doing science this way because my kids have been able to learn things so much more in depth than they would at their various grade levels otherwise. And they're being interest-led, so they're really enjoying what they're learning and it's sinking in because it's their fascination that has guided them to that. Now for history, we are going to be continuing through the Story of the World series. Over the years, we have done Story of the World a lot like we have done the Apologia zoology courses. We have worked through them really slowly for the same reason. We come across something and then we will go find documentaries on that. And for a couple of days at history time, we will watch those pieces or we will read books about those things. And we really just dig in so much more than is presented in this. And I don't mind that. I don't feel like the curriculum is in any way inadequate in teaching. I just feel like we take our time with them because we're using it as a jumping point to bounce into what fascinates my kids, and they learn so much more that way. For art, my daughter will be continuing with our Fun Fridays, where we do core subjects 4 days a week, and then on Fridays we do our field trips, our fun big projects, as well as having fun with art skills like watercolors, modeling clay, acrylics, pencils, all sorts of things. For music, she will be continuing with the self-guided piano program by John Thompson. Next year, my daughter will be in 7th grade, and she has repeatedly voiced a very strong desire to learn Italian. So this year I am on the hunt for a really great Italian curriculum for her. If you know of a good Italian curriculum, leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you recommend and why. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it if you think anyone might find it useful, and subscribe to hang out for more. We'll see you again soon.